Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Daily English Speaking Practice. My name is John. Today, I am very happy because we are talking about a very interesting topic. We are talking about different cultures. Culture is something we see every day, but sometimes we don't think about it. So today, we will talk slowly. We will use easy English, and we will help English beginners. Mary is here with me. Hello, Mary. How are you today?
Hello, John. Hello, everyone. I'm doing very well today. Thank you for asking. I'm also excited about today's topic because culture is part of our daily life. We eat food, we greet people, we celebrate holidays. All of these are culture. And the best part is, there is no good culture or bad culture. There are only different cultures.
Yes, exactly. So listeners, please relax. Take a deep breath and enjoy this conversation. You don't need to understand every word. Just listen and feel comfortable. Mary, let me start with a simple question. Mary, what is culture?
That's a great question, John. Culture is the way people live. Culture is the food people eat, the clothes people wear, the language people speak, the way people say hello, the way people show respect. For example, in some cultures, people shake hands. In some cultures, people bow. In some cultures, people hug. All of these are culture.
I like that explanation. It's very simple and clear. So culture is not only big things, it's also small daily things, like how we drink tea, how we talk to older people, how we celebrate birthdays, right?
Yes, John, you're absolutely right. Many beginners think culture is only big festivals, traditional clothes, old history. But culture is also how loud or quiet people speak, how people wait in line, how people say thank you.
That's very interesting. Let me give an example. In some cultures, people are very direct. They say what they think. In other cultures, people are very polite and indirect. They speak softly. They don't want to hurt feelings.
Yes, and this is important for English learners because sometimes you understand the words, but you don't understand the culture, and that can cause confusion.
That's true. For example, in some cultures, saying no is okay. But in other cultures, people don't like to say no. They say, maybe. I'll think about it. Let me see. But they actually mean no.
Yes, and beginners often feel confused. They think, why didn't this person say no clearly? But the answer is culture.
Exactly. So culture helps us understand people better. Mary, do all countries have culture?
Yes, John, every country has culture. Every group has culture. Even families have culture. For example, how a family eats dinner, how a family celebrates holidays, how parents talk to children. This is also culture.
That's a great point. So culture is everywhere. Listeners, please remember this sentence. Culture is the way people live.
Yes, and today we will talk about food culture, greeting culture, school and work culture, time and behavior, respect and communication, all in easy English.
Perfect. Before we move on, let me ask one more question. Mary, why should English beginners learn about culture?
That's an important question, John. English beginners should learn culture because it helps you communicate better. It helps you avoid misunderstandings. It helps you feel confident. It helps you make friends. When you know culture, you don't feel afraid.
I love that. So learning English is not only grammar, vocabulary, it is also culture, feelings, understanding people.
Exactly, John. And don't worry if culture feels confusing. it's okay to learn slowly.
All right. So listeners, are you ready? We will speak slowly. We will use easy English. So please, relax and enjoy listening. Mary, let's start with food. Everyone loves food.
Yes, John, food is a great topic. Food is one of the strongest parts of culture. Every country has different food, and food shows history, weather, and lifestyle.
Mary, let me ask you a simple question. What is food culture?
Food culture is what people eat, how people cook food, when people eat, who people eat with. For example, in some cultures, people eat with hands. In other cultures, people use forks and knives. In some cultures, people use chopsticks.
That's interesting. In some countries, people eat together as a family every day. In other countries, people eat alone or eat very quickly.
Yes, John. In some cultures, dinner is very important. Families sit together. They talk and share stories. In other cultures, people are busy. They eat fast food, they eat while working. Both are normal in different cultures.
That's a great point. Let me give another example. In some cultures, people eat rice every day. In other cultures, people eat bread every day. Food depends on weather, history, farming.
Yes, and food culture also includes taste. Some cultures like spicy food, very hot food. Other cultures like sweet food, light food.
That's true. When people travel to a new country, food is sometimes the biggest surprise.
Yes, some people say this food is strange, but it's only different, not strange.
I love that sentence. Listeners, please remember, different does not mean bad.
Exactly. And in many cultures, food is a way to show love and respect. For example, inviting someone to eat, cooking for guests.
Yes, in some cultures, if you don't eat the food, people may feel sad.
That's true. So when we travel or meet new people, we should be open and polite.
Now let's talk about greeting culture. Mary, how do people greet each other in different cultures?
Greeting culture is very important. In different cultures, people greet differently. For example, some people shake hands, some people bow, some people hug, some people kiss on the cheek.
Yes, and in some cultures, people say hello very loudly. In other cultures, people say hello very softly.
Yes. Also, greeting culture shows respect. For example, in some cultures, people greet older people first. In some cultures, people use titles like Mr. or Mrs.
That's true. In some cultures, looking into someone's eyes is polite. In other cultures, looking down is a sign of respect.
Yes, this is very important for English learners. Sometimes you say the right words, but your body language is different.
Exactly. So culture is not only words, it's also face, hands, body.
Yes, let me give a simple example. In some cultures, people stand close when talking. In other cultures, people need more personal space.
That's a good example. If you stand too close, someone may feel uncomfortable. If you stand too far, someone may feel cold.
Yes, so it's good to observe. Watch how people greet others, then follow them.
That's great advice. Listeners, remember, observe first, then act.
Yes, and it's okay to make mistakes. People usually understand.
That's true. Culture is something we learn slowly.
Yes, and learning culture makes English learning more fun.
So far, we talked about food culture, greeting culture. Now, we will talk about school culture, work culture, time culture, and respect in different cultures. Please listen carefully. Relax your mind and enjoy learning English.
John, let's start with school culture. School culture is very important because school is the first place where we learn culture.
Yes, Mary. In different countries, schools are very different.
For example, in some countries, students wear uniforms. In other countries, students wear casual clothes.
Yes, in some schools, students call teachers by sir or madam. In other schools, students call teachers by their first name.
That's true. Also, classroom culture is different. In some cultures, students listen quietly. Students do not ask many questions.
But in other cultures, students ask many questions. Students share opinions. Students talk freely.
Yes, neither is wrong. They are just different styles of learning.
Good point. Some students feel shy in new school cultures.
Yes, if you study in another country, you may feel confused at first, but with time, you will understand.
Listeners, remember, it's okay to be quiet. It's okay to ask questions. Both are fine.
Now, let's talk about work culture. Work culture is about how people work, how people talk at work, how people treat their boss and coworkers.
Yes, in some cultures, work is very formal. People wear formal clothes. People use polite language.
In other cultures, work is more relaxed. People wear casual clothes. People speak freely.
Yes. Also, in some cultures, bosses are very strict. Workers do not disagree with the boss.
But in other cultures, bosses are friendly. Workers can share ideas. Workers can disagree politely.
That can be surprising for new workers.
Yes, when you work in a new country, observe how people behave.
That's great advice.
Now, let's talk about time culture. This topic is very interesting.
Yes. In some cultures, time is very strict. Being late is rude.
In other cultures, time is more flexible. Being late is normal.
For example, in some places, meetings start exactly on time. In other places, meetings start later.
Yes, this can cause misunderstandings.
That's why learning culture is important.
Yes, if you are not sure, always try to be on time.
Being on time is usually safe.
Finally, let's talk about respect. Respect is a big part of every culture.
Respect can be shown in many ways: words, actions, tone of voice.
For example, saying please and thank you, listening carefully, not interrupting.
In some cultures, respect is shown by silence. In other cultures, respect is shown by speaking clearly.
Yes, so we must not judge quickly.
That's very important. Culture is deep. Culture is learned over time.
Yes, and learning culture helps us speak better English, make friends, feel confident.
Dear listeners, remember this simple sentence. Different cultures are not wrong. They are just different.
Yes, be patient, be kind, be open.
And keep practicing English every day.
Little by little, you will improve.
Thank you for listening.